Alex Salazar Albarca, better known online as Aluzky, is a furry and possibly one of the world's most notorious zoophiles. Not much is known about Aluzky, apart from this single photo, his name, and the fact that he lives in San Jose, Costa Rica. Aluzky first appeared online around 2011, however, unfortunately, or fortunately depending on how you look at it, most of the content from this time would be lost due to him constantly being banned by every platform he tried to be on. After hours of scrubbing both Reddit and Kiwi forums, I have not been able to find any of his old videos archived. What I do have, however, are a ton of his tweets. And when I say a ton, I mean a ton. So put your fucking seatbelt on, because we're about to go for a wild ass fucking ride. This is the first tweet I want to show, simply because it shows you guys that none of this is a joke and none of this is out of context. Allow me to read this for the illiterate among you. Learn this from me. I never imply anything. Everything I say it literally. If I never say it literally, then I never implied anything. You are wrongly assuming that I implied something when I never implied something. Now that we've gotten that tweet out of the way, let's get into some of the more damning stuff. The tweet I'm about to read is in response to somebody saying that pedophilia is bad. Just a FYI for the rest of the video, he quotes the other person almost every single time he makes a tweet. So just remember that, because I don't feel like explaining when it's him talking or him quoting the other person every single time, because it's really going to get redundant. So just look at the tweet and you'll be able to tell. Pedophilia isn't harmless. All sexual orientations are harmless. They exist in the mind, though cannot harm anyone. It's a horrible thing. Pedophobic, irrelevant opinion. Seek mental help. For your information, most pedosexuals are mentally healthy. It harms minors. Thoughts are harmless. So as we can see here, he doesn't think any actions he takes are in the real world. Somehow, he thinks that everything's only in the mind, so he doesn't think that he's harming anybody by having these opinions or doing these things, whether it's to animals or to children. And that's just such a dangerous thing. And this man really needs help at this point from what we've seen in this tweet, because we haven't seen him say that he's done anything yet. But we'll get right into that. This next tweet is a response to somebody telling him to shut the fuck up because he wants to fuck animals. And his response to this is, I already do that on a weekly basis. Do you have a non-bigoted, non-religious, non-moral objective problem with that? Him calling anybody who thinks zoophilia is wrong a bigot is a very common theme. He calls anybody that thinks incest, zoophilia, or pedophilia is wrong a bigot, because in his opinion, those three are all something that should be in LGBTQ and are equivalent to somebody being gay. As he goes on to say in this tweet here, it doesn't make sense biologically. Does it make biological sense to use computers or fly to the moon or to have gay sex or sex with objects? Nope. We were meant to mate with humans and only humans. That's your subjective opinion, not a fact. Well, Mr. Aluzky, it's because animals can't consent because they have the brain capacity of a fucking child. But I know that you think children can consent, so I'm just going to go right past that into the point that they're not fucking humans and they're not made for you to have sex with. All right? And yes, gay sex is not a natural thing. It's not. But the difference between that is an adult man can consent with another adult man. That's the difference. I love your little comparison with computers and talking about going to the moon and how that's not natural either, because it just shows the absolute mental gymnastics that you have to go through in your head in order to actually convince yourself that you're right. Still haven't even scratched the surface of how bad this gets, but he also sent pictures of his dog's genitalia to a minor. So the first person says, you sent pictures of a dog's genitalia to a minor after they expressly stated that they did not want you to do so. You can point and laugh all you want, you're a fucking creep. To which he comes and denies and says, I don't remember sending dog's genitalia to any minor after they told me not to do so, so I have no clue what you're talking about. Proud to be a creep, at least I'm not a bigot. And then the actual minor that he sent it to responds and says, I'm the minor, you delusional dog fucker. And his response to this, well, to actually send a picture of his dog's genitalia. Yeah, that's fucking disgusting. I'm not showing that for obvious reasons, but let's move on. So he would go on to harass this girl for a long time after this, and she would end up blocking him. And I went to go find her account to interview her, but her account has been deleted, so he must have went on his old accounts and kept harassing her, which is a very, very sad thing. Sorry for the bad quality of that image. That's the only way I could find the image on Reddit. Was that blurry, so I'm sorry about that, guys. So unfortunately, he responded to this again, saying, your friend is an idiot and an anti-LGBTQ bigot / zoophobe. She has delusional beliefs that animals can consent, despite having dozens of videos where animals consent to be ridden, petted, lifted by her. She contradicts her own claims by her own logic. She assaults animals daily, and when called out for her inconsistent, bigoted beliefs, she keeps denying it and attacking us instead of facing the reality that she is wrong about her beliefs and hateful behaviors. I'm thinking it's time we take this guy on a fucking helicopter ride. Jesus Christ, this dude is just absolutely fucking clinically insane. How does he think that she is delusional somehow and he's fucking not? So he responds again and says, I don't give a fuck if a zoophobe is a minor. I don't give a fuck if you find it creepy that I'm fighting back against zoophobes. Zoophobes don't get a free pass to bully and harass sexual minorities just because they are a minor. Dude's acting like he's a gay person before 2015 in the United States or a black guy in the fucking 60s. You're not some discriminated against like group of people. You're a fucking horrible person that deserves to fucking get thrown out of a helicopter, dude. You're not some, ooh, I'm so sad, they're discriminating against me. No, you don't fucking deserve that because you deserve to be fucking hung on a cross.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
I'm sorry, Destructor, I had to steal your joke, bro. It was too good not to put in the video. Guys, go sub to Destructor. His link will be in the description below. He's the one that gave me the idea for this video. You guys will be hearing more about Destructor later on in the video because he was actually able to contact Aluzky through Discord, and I'll be showing the DMs between them later on in the video. Here's his response that was archived after he was doxxed many times, but what does this accomplish? It accomplishes nothing. I'm still me. I'm still enjoying life and having sex with dogs. All these zoophobes can do is insult me, and that's about it. And their insults do not hurt me. They have no power over me. Here he is like Joker, mocking all of us, telling us we're all fools and we're all zoophobes, we're all bigots for thinking that he shouldn't be having sex with dogs. Here he is again, equating being gay to being a pedophile. Am I in the wrong? Yes, you are. Your beliefs are pedophobic and bigoted. You not wanting a pedosexual sicko near you doesn't give you the right to be a bigot against pedosexuality. You are no different from a homophobe who says, I don't want a sick gay who finds me sexy near me. I would say why that's wrong, but then I'd just be restating all the same points I've made throughout the entire video. This next string of tweets is absolutely just disgusting, so let's just get right into it. My dogs are not treated like sex slaves. They are treated like a husband/wife, a very special being. To which somebody responds and says, that's what a pedo would say about a child stuck in their basement. You own these animals. You do not go to a dog park and marry one that decided, yes, I like this person in particular. Poisoning the well fallacy. I own them as much as a parent owns a child. I'm pretty sure the majority of parents don't have sex with their kids. Children are immature, and sex with them is harmful. A minority of child abusers do fuck their kids, and I have no problem with parents having informed, consensual sex with their adult children, which is something that rarely happens. It is called incest. So here he is now defending incest, saying that incest is okay because it's two consenting adults. No, it's not okay because if somebody happens to have a kid from incest, that kid's gonna be fucked up. It's gonna be retarded as fuck. You always say you're on the side of fact, but the fact is, if you have sex with your fucking cousin, you're gonna have a baby, or your parent, or whatever, anybody related to you, that child has an increased risk for being just an absolute fucking retard, for having autism, Down syndrome, maybe even coming out like fucking you, just being mentally ill, having physical deformities, a whole litany of just different issues, higher cancer rates, things like that, dude. So I don't understand how you're gonna go and say that you're on the side of facts and science, because science says that we can fuck dogs apparently, and then you just ignore that somehow. I don't understand that, man. The video I'm about to show comes from a channel that he just recently created that YouTube has not deleted yet. It's a very disturbing video that depicts the aftermath of his abuse. It does not show anything graphic, but it is a very disturbing video. If you would like to skip the video, skip forward about 50 seconds. This dog looks very out of it, more so than if he was just sleeping. He looks like he's been drugged, and he just looks like he's absolutely exhausted, and he's been through hell and back, because he probably has, because he's probably been being aggressively raped by this man every day since he got him. I've genuinely almost thrown up multiple times while doing research for this video, because this man is actually the most vile and disgusting excuse for a fucking human on the entire earth. There's a lot of stuff I came across in my research that I genuinely cannot show in this YouTube video, because then it wouldn't get pushed out and it would probably be age restricted, to be honest. And apart from all of this, he encouraged someone who was having necrophilic thoughts to act on them in this tweet here. The person says, "I fantasize about corpses too much. I don't know why I have such a fascination with them. I remember at my grandmother's funeral, I felt a heavy attraction to her. I wanted to have sex with her so badly. I couldn't really focus on anything else. People are just so beautiful when dead." So he sees this and decides to respond by saying, "As long as you don't murder any animals or humans, who cares? Nothing's wrong with you. People don't choose their sexual orientation. Sexual orientations are never wrong. You should get a job at a morgue. Just don't ever get caught so nobody gets their feelings harmed. Or use porn." And the person who was asking for help in that original tweet would make another tweet basically just saying how they thought it was disgusting that they were asking for help, and that he was trying to tell them to indulge in it and things like that, because they did know it was disgusting, which is still really gross that they even thought that in the first place. But it's good that they knew that they needed to get help, and they were actually trying to seek help from other people, and that his disgusting ass decided that it would be a good idea to just tell them to indulge in that and even get a job at a morgue to try and satisfy it. That's fucking disgusting. So to tally up all the things he supports so far, we have zoophilia, incest, pedophilia, and necrophilia. So you're probably like, "Vic, why hasn't this guy gotten arrested yet? We know where he lives, we know his full name, why haven't the police been contacted?" Well, the reasoning for this is, for a long time, people thought he either lived in San Francisco or Oakland, so they were constantly contacting the wrong authorities. The biggest case of this being with the guy named Teocott, who lied about Aluzky getting arrested, and we obviously know Aluzky did not get arrested because he is still posting content to this day. I don't really feel like reporting on that entire drama, because that could be a video in and of itself, so I'm just going to throw up a bunch of tweets while I'm talking for about probably the next minute or so, and I'm also going to show up the databases showing that he was not arrested in either Oakland or San Francisco. So the basic rundown of what happened is Teocott lied about getting Aluzky arrested, and then he had a falling out with some people. He acted like an asshole, and then his entire community basically just turned on him and started shitting on him, and everyone was just like, "Yeah, fuck Teocott, and he's a bitch, get him out of here," and started new things and basically destroyed the whole effort going against Aluzky. Not that they really would have been able to even do much, because Aluzky lives in Costa Rica, and the laws there about this stuff is a lot more lax than they are here, unfortunately. If you guys would like to see a shorter video just going over that entire thing, let me know down in the comments, because I would definitely be interested in making it. It's just a little side story to this whole Aluzky arc. So let's get back into talking about him. Here's a photo from one of Aluzky's many channels before it got deleted. His description of his channel reads, "Aluzky is a proud zoo and vegan activist since 2005. I debate, educate, and ridicule the zoophobes and bigots." So when I originally looked at the thumbnail for the video down below, I thought it was some sort of disgusting fursuit, but looking more at it, it's a dog that he's painted that just looks absolutely defeated, and I don't think he's using like safe dog dyes or anything like that. So that's animal abuse right there. And I love how he's vegan, even though he literally fucking rapes animals. Like, okay, it's good, guys, it's all good. I don't eat animals, but I do fuck them. It's also very ironic to me how PETA will turn their heads to this and not say anything about people like this, but as soon as a 9-year-old girl has a dog, it needs to be fucking killed because it'd rather be dead than in custody. Farther along, there were some other disgusting, degenerate videos that he had on this channel, such as him touching a dog's balls and just like literally molesting a fucking dog just on YouTube, and it didn't get taken down for a while. It was up there for a good bit. This channel was up there long enough for him to amass over 89 subscribers. That was nothing compared to his peak, because when he was at his peak with his original channel, he had almost 400 subscribers, which isn't a lot at all in the grand scheme of things, but to know that there's 400 people that agree enough with this guy to subscribe to his channel is absolutely fucking disgusting to me, and there's definitely way more people out there that agree with this guy. This just makes me lose a little bit of faith in humanity. Alright guys, well, it's finally time to talk about Destructor's DMs with Aluzky, so let's just get right into them. So Destructor says, "Hello, I would like to have a debate with you on the topic of zoophilia if you're willing to defend your position on the topic." So Aluzky starts out by correcting Destructor's grammar, and then after that says, Defend my position? Well, if you do not attack zoophiles/zoosexuals with lies or non-facts, then I would have no reason to defend facts. I don't mind debating, but I'd much rather you don't attack us with lies/non-facts. You could do an interview instead of a debate, and my position is to side with facts. Do you have the skills to debate me? Because I will debate on the right side of facts. The person debating against me will lose by default. It's like if someone wanted to debate me on the position that the earth is round, the other side would need to debate against that, and is going to lose by default. Well, Aluzky, it seems you have it a little bit backwards. You're the one that it's easy to debate against, okay? Because you can't offer any sources, because there's no chance there's any scientific studies on this that are saying that you are right. And there's no way there's really that many scientific studies on this because of how evil that would fucking be. That study would be so evil because, like the earth being round, it's common sense that you don't fuck dogs. You're not some intellectual, ooh, I'm so smart, I'm Albert Einstein. No, you're an absolute fucking buffoon. You're retarded. You're so retarded that you let every single person on the internet find out all this information about you without even really having to do that much work. You don't even have a VPN, bro. I'm in no way encouraging this, but you could definitely go and find out exactly where he lives right now with not that much work. Wink, wink. Alright, let's get back to the DM because he wrote a fucking novel. Sure, someone playing devil's advocate can be fun to watch, but to do that, you need high debate skills to do the play. But okay, if you want to debate me, I don't mind. Know that I only use text to communicate. I don't do voice. And you've been warned that you'll end up debating against facts. It's amusing but pointless. You may end up looking, well, crazy, at least in the eyes of intelligent people. I mean, just think about the people who debate on the side of flat earth, or on the side of homophobia or racism. If you debate me, you would be debating on the zoophobia side. Don't know what kind of viewers you have or what your target audience is, because if your viewers are intelligent, they might not like you doing a debate against facts. And if your viewers are stupid, they won't care about a boring debate. And Destructor just responds to that by saying, I'll consider it. Alzuki's over here acting like the Zoophile Ben Shapiro, but unlike Ben, he actually never has any facts to back up his claims. All his facts ever are like articles that fucking 20 people saw or YouTube videos with 400 dislikes and 20 likes. All his so-called sources and everything that he uses are completely just not credible at all, and whenever somebody else does use a source, he just says, oh, it's wrong. And he's literally over here saying, you would lose because, yeah. Dude's out here acting like he has 10 charisma when his speech is literally 11. Dude isn't passing any fucking checks. The only debate skills, if you can even call that, he has is fucking deflection, but that's not even helping him to other people. It's literally only helping him in his own mind. Seriously guys, go subscribe to Destructor. He makes great content. He made a video about this on his own, and he allowed me to use the screenshots from that video in this video, and I really want to thank him for that. So, if you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. There's a lot more I can talk about with this guy, and if you guys would like me to talk about that in a different video, maybe a part 2, I can definitely do that, because this guy is not going anywhere, and he's still got 2 YouTube channels up, so, yeah. Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.